I know you don't want to boast, but what kind of traits do you think today's CIOs ought to be looking to grow and to enhance so that they can be even more successful for their organizations?
Well, I think there's a number of things, Mark, and people who've studied leadership for a long time, whether it's CIOs or other forms of leadership, have noticed there's certain attributes. You have an emotional intelligence, you have a sort of intellectual intelligence, you're a good communicator, you know how to bring people to you, and so they want to work with you, et cetera. You have the ability when the walls are collapsing to hang in there and to keep an even keel and move. So there's a number of sort of core attributes that make anybody a great leader. And it doesn't matter what type of leadership that you're in here too. I think the other thing to do is you make a commitment to a field because there's a knowledge of the field that is important. There's a knowledge of, it's a very complicated field, healthcare, so you make a commitment to a particular field. I think the third is just pure experience. You get out there and learn, and you try this and you try that. Leadership is an experiential art. There's only so much you can learn in this classroom, et cetera. I do think one of the things I will always advise young leaders, first of all, to take a risk. Try something new. You're a little terrifying at times. Will I really be able to do this? But frankly, the worst thing that can happen is you get fired, and lots of people survive that. That's actually in the scheme of downsides pretty darn modest.
In CIO world.
Oh yeah, and, if you look at all the things that can go on in your life, that's pretty darn modest in the scheme of things. The last thing I would do is as you go through your experiences, you will encounter people who are leaders and watch them and observe from them. I think leadership in some ways is a combination of who you are. You pick up a compendium of behaviors you see in others. So you're in a meeting, you watch the CEO do something and say, that was really well done. I want to do something like that. And every now and then you'll see somebody do something and say, that was really awful. I don't ever want to do that. And so you pick up styles. Your own style is a mosaic of all these things that go on here. But it takes time and it takes a lot of experiences.
I think that's a great list. I guess what I'd add to it, I think there's something to be said about humility in leadership, and you've shown that all along. I think it's very difficult to, kind of want to be this arrogant, forward, pushy person in a leadership role. It's way better to, be humble in your leadership and learn, understand there are so many other people, and you kind of said this, that know so much, and if you'll tap into that knowledge, and you'll be a decent person that they want to deal with, now you've got this kind of group think. It really helps you in being a much better leader.
I always said in its basic way, there's more than that, but there's certainly two simple ideas. One is people give you permission to lead them every day. They decide whether they will follow you or not, and they don't have to, and they can leave, but they can also just go on as if you were not there. Right. So you have to earn that. Every day you earn that. The second is the most powerful pronoun in the world is we. So you and I might be chatting, and you say, man, we got real trouble here, and this, and I say, what do we need to do? Not what do you need to do, what do we need to do? Because I'm here with you. Now, if things go south and there's just mess everywhere, that's my fault, not yours, that's mine. But what do we need to do to get out of here on this kind of stuff?
Well said.